Hi, my name is Karl Goldkamp, and my wife Judy and myself are participants in the Wholesale Formula, and I want to tell you about our experience. It was a very favorable experience for sure. I'll detail that. Our expectations of the program ahead of time were pretty great because the demand for the program was also pretty great. They had an earlier version of the Wholesale Formula that was we knew a few people had gone through it and they spoke very favorably of it, and we trusted them. And when we were trying to get into the Wholesale Formula, I contacted Dan a couple times. He says, you're just going to have to wait until it opens up again, which it obviously did, and we went through the program. It's cleverly set up, and what I think attracted me to it, it's based on their experience. So it's not necessarily like a school program, an academic program. You get a grade at the end of it. It's what their processes were. Dan and Eric and Dylan are all about processes. And so we had the privilege, in essence, looking over their shoulder as they developed their business. Only 3 years ago were they just starting with RA, and now they're in a multi-million-dollar a year wholesale, primarily a wholesale business. That's incredible to me. So that's a story that I want to listen to. The structure of the program was pre-made videos that you could watch at your own speed. You could eat them all up if you wanted to right away, and they also had transcripts from it. And they're broken down into chapters, so points that were trying to be made. And if some of them you didn't completely understand, you could watch it again and again and again. And I thought that was great. And they often provided links to other things you could look into. In addition to that, there were webinars, weekly webinars that were live, so you could ask questions there too, but you went more deeply into what they were doing. So it wasn't so much the concept to get across, that was clear, but it was how they were implementing that concept in their business. So what made it valuable for me was that this is what they were doing. It wasn't what they had learned to be successful, what they were doing, what they had done, and what they were actually at the edge of making more efficient. So that's very valuable. And the third component was there's a Facebook group which is very active, and as you know, it's limited just to people who are in the Wholesale Formula. So if you had a question or a comment, you'd have people citing their accomplishments and people asking their questions. They would always get back. Certainly either Eric or Dan or Dylan would get back, but often other people in the group that had various experiences would comment on what your comment was or help you out. So that was very helpful. I guess the last thing I'd say is, like, when people say, well, how effective, why are you so happy about it, why are you so satisfied with it, is that we made back the cost of the program probably within a week or two of us finishing, digesting all the videos. That's pretty impressive, and the thing is, when people have experience they're coming from their experience, they can just point you in a certain direction that you didn't think of. I didn't think of a lot of things, and my background is medicine times 20 years, so I thought that I was pretty comprehensive in looking at all the different areas that we could be successful in it relative to wholesale, relative to selling online. Anyway, they set us straight. They made a number of suggestions. They provided the information that we could learn their processes, and that was very beneficial, very profitable. Now we're off and away, and I totally see our potential with selling online a lot higher than it had before. Last thing, what would I say to a friend who's already involved with online selling, FBA? I would say have them definitely consider taking this course. It's the most effective course we've ever taken. We've taken other courses before, but please consider this. This is probably the number one choice I would make to anybody, any friend or associate selling online. Thank you.